Welcome everybody. Longest running daily variety show on the planet, the MarkinsPires show. We're here. Day 1974 in a row. Bill Walton. R.I.P. Bill Walton. Anybody out there a huge basketball fan? I mean, I remember Bill Walton, but kind of old school Bill Walton, like the last year he was in, he played for the Bulls, I want to say, and he was with Jordan, and I remember that. But I didn't really have that much of a memory of Bill Walton. He was before my time. He was an amazing commentator. He passed away today, 71 years old, cancer, and my heart goes out to his family and all the Bill Walton fans out there. Something I just uncovered I thought was really interesting. I didn't know this about Bill Walton. Did you know he went to 850 Grateful Dead shows? Like, that's just crazy. 850 Grateful Dead shows. That's like dedication. So I'm going to read a story here about it. Apparently, he never went a day without listening to the Grateful Dead. He was the biggest fan. It all started in 1967 at a Mother's Day show at San Diego State University. And from that day on, he was hooked. This is interesting, the way he looked at it. He said, "I loved the Dead right away. First time I heard them," Walton told the writer in 1992, "I loved the speed, the dancing, the rhythm, the creativity. It's like being on a basketball team. Basketball, like good, creative rock music. It's never the same." And that's awesome because it's true. Live creation, when you're, especially the Grateful Dead, that was improvisation to the extreme. You know, we write songs here in the moment. They were writing songs live for a crowd. And I don't know how many songs the Dead put out totally. Let's quickly check and see. Let's see. $450. The Dead wrote over 450 songs. 484 songs. That's insane. Wow. Okay, so created 484 songs, 592 venues, 2,299 shows the Grateful Dead put on. Do you know that? I can't believe he went to 850. Bill Walton went to 850 of the 2,200 shows that were put on by the Grateful Dead. And it says more than, so it's somewhere over. That's just amazing. I didn't know he was such a big music fan. He also saw apparently Bob Dylan, and he was a fan of, what was the other? A couple others he was a fan of here. Elvis Costello. He did something with Elvis Costello as well, I read. I didn't know Costello was a Deadhead too. That's amazing. All right, so Elvis Costello was also a Deadhead. Walton asked him to duet with him on a song in 2012. We have a woohoo coming from Matt Zabrowski. Right here, listen. "There's never a day in my life where I don't listen to the Grateful Dead." Bill Walton said that in 2015. That's amazing. And when I don't listen, it's because I'm sick, because I'm not smart enough to turn the music on, but I always welcome the ability to consume and the ability to immerse yourself in the music culture and the art world, the history and the inspiration. Matt Zabrowski hit us with a woohoo for Bill Walton. R.I.P. to a legend today. Woohoo! Zabrowski! You're hitting my microphone again. Don't know why I'm doing this. Something wrong with this mic jack. Anyway, Bill Walton, sad to hear that he passed away. The Dead's former drummer, Bill Kreutzmann, finally referred to Walton as a celebrity Deadhead #1. When the Dead performed in front of a great pyramid in Egypt in 1977, Walton was in the audience. In 2015, he co-hosted the live streams of the band's 5 farewell stadium tours, or concerts. I met Bill for the first time at a Dead show in Ventura around 1984. A longtime Dead spokesman, Dennis McNally, told the Union Tribune in 2015. People knew he was a Deadhead, and there was a certain pride in him being a celebrity and a Deadhead. We like to brag about famous Deadheads. His parents must have been most loving, remarkably wonderful parents ever, because Bill has a quality and enjoyment of life, a sweetness, disposition, and an unwavering enthusiasm that are all absolutely extraordinary. He will do anything for his friends, spent a certain amount of time backstage because he was the band's friend and everybody's friend. But he was always there to see the show, not to have special privileges. I freaking love Bill Walton even more. I had no idea. So anyway, 71, it's not that old, guys. It's not that old. 71. You know, there's also, I'm not sure what kind of He had the big C, I'm not sure what kind, but this just goes to show you, you could have as much money as you think is enough to get through the rest of your life and another life, and cancer can still get you. It's such a sad thing to see that they still have no headway. It's like, oh, you could do one thing which makes you sicker and hurts you if you're healthy, or you die and you do another thing just makes you sicker. And you know, I had a guy on the show early on, Charles. Charles came on the show to talk to me about X913 or something like this. This is something that was in the 1980s. And this guy said what they did is they basically shot something into your thigh 3 times. It was for your blood. And it would make your blood beautiful. Like he's saying, you'd look at this really amoeba-looking blood. It's deformed, and it looks like it's not healthy. And it would run through this process of several times through the inner thigh. And all of a sudden, they would take that same blood, and it would be like baby blood. It was beautiful. It was like perfectly healthy blood. And apparently some sort of senator got sick with the big C and found out about this thing. The doctor went in, they did the treatment with him. The guy cured himself, and then they made it illegal in the United States right after. Isn't that amazing? Unbelievable. Sean said, have you apologized for saying Murray died because of a V? Yeah, first of all, I have to just acknowledge this guy over here, Sean. Yeah, I did. I had an apology out there for 2 days, but once the brother came out and confirmed what the cause was, I pulled both pieces down. I don't agree with having anything that's misinformation out there at all. And by the way, I literally popped open my phone and saw that he died, and I went live with that clip. I was like, are you kidding me? Another 30-year-old? So I did not know the backstory. I didn't know who he was. I just quickly saw a 30-year-old die, and I freaking did a story because I've been seeing it so much. And you can look back. I don't do comments. I don't comment on any of it. It just was so sick of seeing it again. I'm like a professional golfer this time, so I freaking flipped. I should never have done it. I pulled it down and I erased it. I would have erased it immediately. But I had so many different conflicting thoughts because once the apology went up, I'm like, well, there's got to be a reason people know what's the apology for. So then I was like, as soon as we found out, the brother came out, he's like, yeah, this happened. I was like, freaking A, man. I'm so upset about this. Pulled the whole thing down. I'm so sorry that I even thought something different. Here's the reality. People do die all the time of all different ages. We have no idea what anybody's going through. We don't know what mental state they're in. We don't know if they took drugs. We don't know anything. So at the end of the day, I'll be in my lane like I've been since December 31st, 2018, just doing comedy news, talking about other news that's non-political, something that's not going to be controversial, and something that's not going to offend someone like Sean. So yeah, it's done. I've created 4,500 pieces of content plus. I made one that offended you. I'm so sorry. I erased it because I don't want to offend anybody. And I'm sorry I got it wrong. I didn't intend that. I also didn't intend to respond to that. I just freaked out when I saw it when I was pulling into the Home Depot parking lot, and I just went right to a piece of content on it. I should have figured out who the hell he was first instead of just reacting to see another young person die. So I apologize. I'm sorry. I did leave an apology up there for 2 days. I pulled it down and the original piece of content because I don't believe in having misinformation out there. It was a bad taste piece of content anyway, and I don't like doing that. So it's gone. So you can either appreciate that and stick around for what is the most positive show on planet Earth and live creation, or you can move on. Either way, you know, I didn't mean to offend you. So, and absolutely my heart and my condolences go out to Grayson's family. After I did that and that piece, and then I figured out who he was, and I started looking into everybody saying, look, he's been vocal about his mental issues. I had no idea. And I'm like, oh man, I wanted to pull it down right away. And then I'm like, I got to just do an apology. But like I said, the whole thing was done, bad taste. I should never have. I've steered clear for so long, never said anything about any of the others I've seen. I flipped out and I shouldn't have done it. So anyway, I do apologize. But then I had other people, well, why didn't you put up an apology to explain the apology? I'm like, now you're getting mental. I'm a content creator. Every single day I put new content out. I made one bad piece of content, I pulled it down. There's 4,500 others. And every day I'm going to put out a new piece of content. I'm not living in the past, and I'll no longer continue to do piece of content about a story that's over now. It's done. I'm sorry. It's so sad that it happened. The thing is, we really should be shining a light on the mental illness that's going on in this country because of what actually did take place and how he did actually lose his life. But no, instead you guys just want to fight and troll. Let's get past the division. Yeah, I called something wrong. By the way, what people think and one thing that someone says doesn't give you the right to judge people and say this is who you are as a person because you made one bad call. I've created for free for 4,500 days. Whether you like my content or not, it's been here and I've been doing it for free. I don't make any money for this. So anybody who's like, he made money on that. No, I just reacted to a freaking thing that happened and I can't believe that I did that. I wish I hadn't, especially because I found out exactly what it was and it was nothing like I first feared it was. So much worse than what I first feared it was. That someone that's 30 years old who's got the world in their hands just won a major, like a golf championship. You know how hard it is to win on the PGA Tour? And then he's in such a dark place that he ends his life. That's the bigger thing we need to be talking about here. Why are we living in a world where that's acceptable? It's not. We have to figure out why people are feeling that low, that they feel like they need to get out. I have a philosophy. There's going to be times in your life where you're going to feel that low. And you're going to say to yourself, I want out. I don't want to wake up tomorrow. But you have to. You got to keep going. Because one day, it could be in 5 years, it could be in 30 years, you're going to look back with gratitude that you had the strength to keep going. And that's why you get to tomorrow morning. That's why if you're Grayson, or if you're anybody feeling like Grayson was, you get to tomorrow. You will look back with gratitude. Life is hard. There will be times you'll feel like this is never going to get better, but it will. It will. You have to have faith. And you have to understand that this is a roller coaster ride. And there are going to be times where you want to jump off that freaking roller coaster. But don't. Hang on for dear life. See where you are tomorrow. See where you are next week, next month, next year, in 5 years. This is a journey. If you don't feel the downs, you'll never know what it's like to feel up. You'll never know what it's like to feel happy if you're always happy. What is sadness? What is loss? What is regret? It's also like, too, there's learning lessons in everything. If I didn't make such a stupid piece of comedy, because it was really just a comedic expression on how this world is freaking nuts right now, but if I hadn't delved into something like that, I wouldn't be having this reflection point where I'm like, geez, why the freaking hell would I even talk about that? You know, every day we've been doing comedy news about anything but politics. That's the point. Gotta get you away from all the freaking bull crap. Yeah, you could scroll and scroll and scroll and find negative and divisive topics. I'm trying not to do that. Why did I let one thing seep in like this? So stupid. So yeah, I'm sorry. Won't happen again. No interest in dividing anybody. My goal is somehow for us to come together. I don't know how. I use music. I use some sort of comedic, in the moment, no script concept in order to break away from this controlled world. Everything is under control. It's mechanically designed for us to struggle and for us to hate each other. And you know that's true. You know that's true because when I was a kid, my parents said, don't talk about religion, politics, or money when you go out to a party and you meet new people. And I'd be like, why? Because people can't talk about those things. What do you mean? I'm going to go talk. No, don't, Mark. Don't go talk about religion. Don't talk about politics. Don't talk about money. Why would our parents tell us that? Because they know what these social media companies and the world can do when you start going at these topics. Now, if I told you that when I scroll through my feed, all I see is religion, politics, or money, or some sort of flat earth thing that then there goes towards religion, politics, or money, would you say you agree with me? Would you say that most of the stuff you scroll and see is divisive in the sense that it's religion, politics, or money, or gender? It's like 4 topics now, which they know are going to divide us. They know we're going to hate each other over. So they're like, let's keep pushing it down Mark's throat and down Chip's throat, and everybody's throat over and over. Religion, politics, money. Religion, politics, money. And all you have is friggin' fire in the streets. All you have is people with machetes ready to stab each other in a country where if I see you on the street, we actually get along. How does that make sense? Where I could go and I could walk down the street and get along with everybody. But when the social media companies decide to only place religion, politics, and money in front of me constantly as I scroll through the feed, what am I supposed to get? Division. That's all you're going to get. Why am I overloading? What's going on over here with my freaking computer? Hold on. I don't know why the hell that's happening. Seeing everything slow down all of a sudden. Why? What do we got? Hold on, I'm shutting some stuff down. See if this helps us. I don't know if any of this is going to help us, but I had a Richard Dreyfuss thing open. Richard Dreyfuss. Bob! I don't treat patients on vacation pay. All right, I'm just shutting some stuff down. I don't even know if any of that's helping at all. But bottom line, sports, religion, politics. Alan, how are you, my friend? He says, are humans losing their humanity? Yeah, I think so. Why is it so hard for people to forgive? That's a good question, Alan. I would have to say that's a question I ask every single day. Because if you think about it, wait a second, something is needing to be charged or else we're going to lose the microphone here. Is this the one? This reminds me, do you remember when we were kids, they used to call it telephone tough guy? Where behind your phone, people are so tough. It's like the road rage thing. When people are behind the wheel of their car, they think they're so much bigger than they really are. Until you see a guy get out of his car pissed off and some freaking beast walks out of his truck and then it's on. And it's like, oh, you know? But it's telephone tough guy. That's what we got here on the internet. Is people who are out there and they just decide to judge, execute, and cancel. And that's it. And if someone does one thing wrong, it's over for them. You are excommunicated for life. Instead of realizing we're human, some of us make mistakes. Some of us say things in the moment that are heated and maybe not with the same intention that you got on the other side of the screen. Whatever it may be, we're not just one piece of content. Nobody's one piece of content. It's mental. Especially when you've created 4,500 plus pieces of content and then one thing pisses a few people off. It's like, man, I've done no good by putting 209 songs out into this world and 10 feature films and 1,900 plus days in a row of positivity and live songwriting and comedy. No good in that because I made one piece of content that pissed you off. It's like, man, that's pretty messed up. The judgment, to Alan's point, the judgment, it's unreal. And at the end of the day, we do have to be accountable for our actions. And that's why I am, and that's why I was, and that's why I apologized. I can tell you, every other content creator I know, if they found out right away that guy had passed away because of a suicide, they would have erased the content immediately. No even comment about it. Nobody even mentioned it. They just erased it and that's it. I chose to actually put out an apology explaining myself and leaving it there long enough for people to see both sides that, geez, that was stupid, and here's the apology. And then when the brother came out and he said, look, you know, this is what happened, I was like, that's done. Not leaving anything out there to put any sort of misinformation beyond into the future so someone sees that this is what I thought about it. No, that's not what happened. This poor man lost his life by his own hand. And unfortunately, I wish I had just taken a step back because I would have done that story about his mental state. Because if you look back through my content, that's all you'll see. Is what I do is actually delve into the actual story and learn about who these people are so I can explain what they did for this world, how they offered something beneficial and positive for mankind. And also the importance of speaking up when you're not feeling well inside. We don't know what's going on in your mind. We don't. No one knows. We sit here and we only can observe what we're feeling and then what you say. So there's so much people hide from us. And it's sad when you see some people where they'll say, this is the last video of that guy, and you see someone smiling. This is the scariest one. Like I saw, he's like a chef or something a few years ago, and they show, or he's a dancer. This guy was like a world-class dancer. And they showed a video of him with his family. And he's smiling ear to ear. He's happy. He's with his family. And like the next day, he went and took his own life. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? How do you get from happy and you sit there and you realize the gravity of life and that you've got this family and this future to just taking your life the next? I can't comprehend. And that's when I came up with that idea of needing to get to the sunrise tomorrow. You are required to get to tomorrow's sunrise because one day, one sunset in the future, you're going to look back with gratitude that you had the strength to keep going. That's real. And you know if you've ever felt that low. If you've ever been so low that you said, you know what, but I'm still going to get up tomorrow. And you did it. You know you did it because you've had gratitude since. You've looked back with gratitude since that you didn't end things that day and you kept going and driving into the sun, whatever necessary to get to tomorrow. This This is not an easy life. And I don't know why, as a kid, I feel like someone told us it would be easy or something, because it's so freaking hard. But when you're a kid, they don't really explain how hard. You know? They're just like, yeah, you know, one day you're going to go from being the kid to being the adult. And then one day you'll be a grandparent. And then you're gone. It's like, wait, this circle of life thing is real? Where like, I was the kid and now I'm the adult and my kids are where I was just freaking 20 plus years ago? And then very soon I'm where my dad is and and it's like all these things start flipping through your mind and you realize you don't experience any of it if you're just going to succumb to those negative feelings that you have and say, no, I'm done. I don't want any more. So please, please don't ever go to that final step and call somebody. Call someone, speak up. Let people know how you're feeling. There are people out there that will listen. There's somebody who has a kind word for you. I always maintain that there's a guardian angel for you. At all times, it's not who you think they are either. It's somebody that's completely unexpected that's going to step up and save the world for you. Mike Green. That's my buddy. He did it for me when I was in 7th grade. Bubba News, how are you, my friend? Good to see you, bud. I got We Have Liberty and Freedom. Trish Killian, how are you? Oh, goodness. Wharton Thistle. Alan. Yeah, that's very true. Alan said, for some reason, folks are just about me, myself, and I. You know, the issue is because of the abilities and the access of social media now, it's become a me, myself, and I world. Like, oh, look, yeah, I've got the longest running daily variety show on earth. I've been live every day since December 31st, 2018. Does it matter? No, because every other person in the world with a phone now has a show. So it's like, okay, yeah, you may have been doing this most consistently, but it doesn't matter because everyone out there could just go live now and have a show. So it's not like it's a big deal to go live. It's not like it's a big deal to put on a show because anybody and everybody can do it. Therefore, me, myself, and I. Well, I don't like what Mark said. I'm going to put on a show now. Me, myself, and I. So I totally get why we're in the state we are. Like, it's all about you. Every single marketing piece you see online is about you. It's not about everybody. It's not about being inclusive for everybody's feelings. It's about one specific feeling. And if you don't agree with that one, then you aren't inclusive. The whole thing's like mental to me. Allow everybody to be happy and live the way they want to live. They don't say things like that. It's a little weirder than that. It's this really, really fine-tuned group of people that you have to include. Everybody else is not included. It just has these other, it's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Everything's about dividing by including. This inclusion thing is about dividing. Stand back and realize what it is. It's about dividing. No one's talking about it. It's just the people saying that everyone's not including. It's like, what? Where is this? Where is this? I walk around the world. No one's talking about this crap. It's only online. It's only in the news. You walk around outside, you go to the food store, no one's talking about this crap. This is intentional division. Again, religion, politics, money, gender, whatever they're going to talk about, it's all divisive, and those topics are the topics we were never supposed to talk about, per our parents when we were kids. No, Mark, don't talk about that. Pray tell me, why wouldn't I want to talk about religion, politics, or money, Dad? Well, because you're going to start fights. You go to a cocktail party, you're going to talk about religion, politics, or money. You're going to get into a fight, Mark. I didn't understand that. I remember I was like 12 when my dad said this to me. You never talk about religion, politics, or money. I was like, what do you mean? I can't talk about like money. I can't talk about what religion you are. If someone happens to be Jewish and I'm not Jewish, I can't talk to them about religion. And no, don't talk about people about religion. People get really, really sensitive about religion, about politics, about money. I told my dad this recently. I was like, Dad, do you remember when you said this? He's like, yeah, we always say that. That's like a thing that my parents told me. I'm like, oh, interesting. I said, what is social media? He's like, it's a place people can connect, and they can get information. And I said, yeah. I said, but what are they giving you? What are you getting fed? And he didn't understand. I said, they're giving you religion, politics, or money. And he kind of looked at me sideways and he's like, and he doesn't really go on that much, but when he does, all he's seeing is religion, politics, or money. And these are the topics he told me never to talk about at a cocktail party. And so it's like, okay, when we get back to it, and we start this show, and we've covered that. We've covered this. We've covered that. And we're at a point now where all we're doing is in the moment creation that has to do with stories of the day that are non-political, and has to do with songs being created live in the moment on a drum that I invented and patented. That's the show. No religion, no politics, no money. And we're past that. Made one mistake the other day by posting something that was like a feeling about seeing another young person die. That was stupid. Never should have done that. But at the end of the day, this show is clear of all that negativity. It's just a show about the moment, about live creation, about any news stories of the day that are non-political, and creating songs in the moment on a drum you've never seen in the history of time. That's it. That's it. Alan said, very correct. You are. He said, we need to be wise as serpents. The Lord's saying that. That's big. Religion and politics always come up with drinking, it seems. Remember that with the airline days. Oh, come up with drinking. That's true. Bubba said when people start drinking, they start getting into the religion, politics, and money. I guess that's true. I got to try to shut something down. I don't know why the hell I'm getting such a slowdown here on my computer. It's like everything is being dragged down. Obviously something's running here that shouldn't be. I'm closing Premiere. Here we go. Shutting you down, Premiere. What else can I shut down? It says Chrome has got like all this stuff open. OBS, I mean, that's what we're using here. So anyway, we'll leave it. I think hopefully that's a little bit better. Anyway, guys, that's a little sidestep from what we were talking about. Again, I want to point out Bill Walton, legend, NBA legend and humongous Grateful Dead fan. I had no idea. And here's a little side story about the Grateful Dead. 1995, I'm in Connecticut. One of my friends on the basketball team, Brian, he has tickets to see the Grateful Dead. And he goes, do you want to go? And I'm like, what? Now, just for a little backstory, I used to listen to hip hop when I was a kid. My cousin was a hip hop promoter in Yonkers, New York, and he worked with all these people like on their way, like NWA. I remember he like played me NWA OPP like 6 months before that dropped. And I was like, what, you down with OPP? Like he was like in. So I used to listen to Tupac and Biggie and all these great rappers back in the day. And when my friend Brian asked me if I wanted to go see the Grateful Dead because he had an extra ticket, I was like, the Grateful Dead? Why the freaking hell would I want to go see the Grateful Dead? That like hardcore band. I thought when I heard the Grateful Dead, I thought they were like, jin, jin, chicka, chicka, jin, 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 the Grateful Dead. Like I thought the Grateful Dead was the hardest rock band in history. Didn't you the first time you heard the name? I heard the Grateful Dead and I was like, dude's coming off the stage with a freaking hammer and he's sickling people. Hammer and sickle. He's sickling the freaking hell out of people and you got some music at the same time, you know? But no, Jerry Garcia passes away. And like the day after he passed away, I happened to be with my friend Brian. He's like crying, and I'm like, "What are you crying?" That hard rock band, the Grateful Dead. Like that guy died. What? Who cares? Then he played me like "Ramble on Rose" or something. Man, when I heard Jerry Garcia play the guitar for the first time, I was like, "That's the Grateful Dead." All right. So, 9:39. We got on for an early show, which is good. What's that? All right, so I kind of want to play you guys the newest song. It's actually my first music video in a little bit. I usually just put the songs out and I cut all of my stuff together. But I had this music video concept because the song, the song's called Catch the Wave, you know? And it just, I want to play it for you. I'm making a few edits still, so it's not perfect, but it is pretty close to perfect right now. If you want to head over to YouTube, you can watch this. Here we go.
The sunrise, the sunsets, yeah, you're doing what you can to keep a smile all on your face. You don't got much of an option, road, so you gotta flow, keep your energy up. Yeah, you're looking for, another opportunity. You start up paddling. Catch the wave as it comes on in. Swim along, waiting for the perfect set. You see it coming on and you're ready. You start paddling, yeah, you catch the wave. Catch the barrel in, yeah, on the beachfront. Witnessing, see you coming in, Mark 5, yeah. You got it on and you catch the wave. guess we wrote 2 songs tonight.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes you're right, a gem. We just try to do it every day, you know, and like sometimes we're lucky, you know. S. Coop, I'm glad you liked that. Oh, Alan, I'm so happy to hear that, my friend. Oh, goodness, you guys are awesome. I really appreciate you. I hope you had a good Memorial Day. You know, I had a chance to watch the parade, which was pretty cool. And, of course, you know, I think I want to play this back to back because this song right here, it ties in very nicely, I believe, with what you just heard. Let's see. Beck's in the house. Nice.
Standing on the side of the road, watch the cars fly by. Not a care in the world, no. As you watch the drivers lose their minds. So many problems in the world, just shake it off. Just let it go. Let good times roll. Let good times roll. See a friendly face, but you're stuck inside your head. Oh, well, let the good times roll. You let the good times roll. Let all the problems in your world just roll off your shoulders and go with the flow. They say I call it living here in the moment. Oh, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Don't let the problems of the world get to your soul. Yeah, I know we got a full plate. Yeah, we got to figure out whether we can stay above all the negative vibes. Yeah, ride the waves, you know it. We let the good times roll. Yeah, let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. Let the good times roll. You gotta let the good times roll, yeah. Let the good times roll. Feed your soul when you can. Let the good times roll. Yeah, we only got so much time, friends, yeah. So you let the good times roll. The good times roll.
That's a song right there. That was just released last week. And I got to take you on another little trip here. Especially if we're going to end soon. We got to go at least on a positive here from my man Alan out there who's enjoying the music. This is one of my favorite guitar pieces so far. Well, this one in Flying High. What's it called? I don't know. Flying High, I think. That's a guitar synthesizer you guys hear. Got the organ going. I love that thing. Here we go.
You walk out in the middle of the rain, looking for a little bit of patience to find your heart. Oh, you're so sidetracked by the day-to-day. You'll never come back. You top of the clouds, yeah. You never come back down. You never come back down. You keep wondering if it's gonna get better, but every day it seems like the same drain. But you got to keep soldiering on. Yeah, you can make it through anything. The grid. I've got to get rid of those negative tendencies, yeah, that been given you when you tune into the negative. You never come back down. Oh, you never come back down. No. You say jump, I say how high, yeah. I jump and touch the sky, yeah. You know I'll never come back down. The world, yeah, everybody's looking down, yeah, you don't even see me there. You never come back down, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna touch the stars, yeah. I'll never come back down. You try to touch the stars where you can, yeah. Yeah, I'll never come back down. Getting down, getting down to the funky sound, yeah. Come back down, 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 down. You'll never come back down, yeah, yeah. Once you on top of the clouds, yeah, you never come back down, down, yeah. Come back down, down. Getting down, you can feel the sound. Oh, it's grooving through your bones, yeah. You never come back down. We're playing with fire every day, yeah. You never come back down. You never come back down.
Oh my goodness. Elgato! Oh goodness. You get Elgatoed, you know, and you're in the process and you're trying to get it done. What a show. A little bit of truth, some music. Catch the wave. I would love to play you one more, but it is getting late and I have to try to get some rest tonight. I will tell you that Flying High song is ridiculous. If you can check it out, it's on my channel. That song, blues guitar, like, oof, that's nuts. Let me see if I can find it real quick. I also want to thank you guys for being here. Let me see who's on with me. I closed all the channels. Of course I did. Good job, Mark. You know, here we go, sort of. Let's go to my YouTube channel. Of course, we're going to go over an hour now, which is great. Good job, Mark. Trying not to, but we did it. Over an hour now. Let's see. Just trying not to, but we did it. Alan Zamora, my friend, thank you for being here. Bex Rock, so good to see you, buddy. Bubba News, S. Coop, Virginia. We have liberty and freedom. Wharton Fissel, you guys are all amazing. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to see you tomorrow. We're at 57. We're going to cut it off right here, guys. I love you. I will see you.